WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
Now at noon, more details about a threat to Jamestown High School. A trio is facing charges after police say a 9-month-old swallowed a bag of heroin needing Narcan.
And I'm Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center. It's still feeling like spring out there for today, but a big turnaround comes our way for the end of the week. We're getting back into the 70s. We'll talk about it coming up.
And a man convicted of kidnapping an autistic boy.
Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And welcome to News Now at noon. I'm Justin Gould. A live look at our 3rd Street camera where it's 52 degrees with a few clouds out there. A look at all of our top stories are coming up in just a moment. But first, we turn to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with a first look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin, and happy Wednesday, everybody. We are finally halfway through the week. A little bit more to go, and then we'll be at the weekend. But yeah, it's still feeling like spring out there. Temperatures are really chilly out there. Let's take a look at the radar, and I'll show you that we had a few sprinkles kind of come through the region this morning. And even though it's not showing on radar, remember this radar is at the Buffalo Airport in Cheektowaga. So the radar beam down here is about 4,000 feet off the ground. So a lot of the sprinkles that are actually falling are not being returned on radar because they're falling underneath the radar beam. But again, there was a few little light rain showers out there, just a little sprinkles, and we may have a little bit more of those for the afternoon hours. So partly to mostly cloudy for the remainder of the afternoon. Light sprinkles still possible. Very chilly. Look at the temperature range, 59 to 62. This is cooler than what I had yesterday. I kind of lowered it by a couple of degrees because of the cloud cover with a northwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. We go back into the 70s to round out the week. We'll talk about it during that full weather segment a little bit later on in the show.
All right, Dakota, thank you. Jamestown Public School officials are responding to a threat made online to Jamestown High School. Principal Mike McElrath released a statement explaining that posts on social media regarding a potential threat were brought to the attention of the school administration last week. The principal said at no point was the school put on lockdown from this incident. Earlier today, Jamestown Police Chief Harry Snellings confirmed to us that officers were investigating a threat at the school. Snellings said anyone with information about threats should contact his department. Now, several community members messaged our page with their concerns after this photo surfaced on Facebook, warning parents of an alleged student that had, quote, threatened to shoot up JHS and that the child advertised he was a serial killer. It's still unclear if the person responsible is facing charges or in police custody. We will, of course, stay on this story at WNYNewsNow.com. In New York State, Governor Andrew Cuomo wants teachers and school administrators to have more power when it comes to preventing school shootings. In a first-of-its-kind proposal on Tuesday, Cuomo announced that he wants to allow school officials to ask a judge to remove guns from homes of troubled students. Cuomo believes this proposal is far more efficient and a better way of protecting students than arming teachers.
You don't become a school teacher to become a security guard or a police officer. You become a teacher to be an educator. You're not supposed to carry guns. You're carrying books, you're carrying material, you're not there to carry a gun.
With the proposal, school officials would have legal standing to petition a court to remove any firearms from the homes of students considered to be a threat to themselves or others. New York would be the first state in the nation with such law if the bill passes. Cuomo's proposal isn't likely to pass, though, with the Republican-led state Senate, especially with only 2 weeks before lawmakers adjourn for the year. The governor also said he's pushing legislation to raise the minimum age to buy a firearm from 18 to 21. Police and other emergency personnel responded to a shooting in the area of Peach and Bowen Streets Tuesday night. Emergency personnel responded to 51 Bowen Street for a report of a man shot in the leg and on the ground. That was around 7:15 last night. Neighbors told us the shooting appeared to be a drive-by, but we have not confirmed that with police yet. The male shot was taken to UPMC Chautauqua WCA Hospital by All-Star EMS for treatment. Police have not identified a suspect. We'll continue to bring updates on our site as we get them. Next here, a baby rushed to the hospital after he swallowed a baggie of drugs. And later, a man convicted of kidnapping an autistic boy.
You're watching WNY News Now. This is News Now at noon.
Brought to you by the people giving hope at Gifts Decor and More. With the controversial kratom, Gifts Decor and More is giving hope to Southern Chautauqua County residents, one visit at a time.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, $16 for 16 days will get you in the door. Lose 4 pounds, your next month is on them. Try a green zone class and maximize your performance. Hot yoga, 24/7 access. Simply walk into Fitness Bunker in Lakewood right now on Summit Avenue. Make an investment in your health and wellness. Fitness Bunker in Lakewood. Find them on Facebook.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
A Rochester trio is facing charges after police say a 9-month-old swallowed a bag of heroin needing Narcan. The child's mother, 21-year-old Angeline DeJesus, and 2 other men all face endangering the welfare of child charges. Those 2 other men are also charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance. Police responded to a house in Rochester on Sunday after a report of the 9-month-old boy was not breathing and not awake. First responders report they gave the baby CPR and were able to clear his airway of a Ziploc-style bag full of drugs. He was then rushed to the hospital where officials administered a dose of Narcan. And a Dunkirk man was convicted of kidnapping a young boy with autism. Samuel Seeley was found guilty of kidnapping in the 2nd degree. Prosecutors said Seeley took a 13-year-old from Walmart on Bennett Road in Fredonia in August of 2016. Surveillance video showed him approach the child in the store, have a brief conversation with him, and walk out of the store into a vehicle. The child was located a short distance away. And another live look at our 3rd Street camera, where it's kind of cloudy out there. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter has details of our forecast next.
The weather is heating up, and so are the deals at Express Bike and Auto, right here in Jamestown, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension. They are your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle, ATV, and motorcycle needs. They even sell vehicles, and guess what? Financing is available. So what are you waiting for? Get to Express Bike and Auto right here in Jamestown at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension now.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back to News Now at noon. Let's kick off this weather segment with the Sky Vision Camera Network. That is the camera pretty much overlooking Presque Isle Beach in Erie, and we've actually seen the camera shaking a little bit in the wind. It's 57 degrees in Erie with that northwest wind of 11, but even though the wind isn't very strong, these cameras are placed in very high elevated spots, so it really doesn't take much wind to make those cameras shake. Let's go back to the graphics, and we will take a look at the almanac for yesterday. And yesterday we only topped out at 62 degrees. That was our high yesterday. 48 was the low last night, so chilly night, obviously below averages. No rain yesterday, officially in the rain gauge at the Jamestown Airport, so it was pretty much a sunshine day after we had the clouds breaking. For the pollens, yeah, we're still dealing with this stuff. The tree pollen is shot back into the high category once again. Grass is moderate, weed is still low, and mold is not counted. But again, yeah, it's allergy season and we're all dealing with this stuff. So if you've been sniffling or sneezing, we've all been dealing with it. I'm right there with you. If you want to get a round of golf in today, it is going to be chilly, but it is going to be dry. 56 at 1, 58 at 4, and 57 at 7. We may actually top into the lower 60s briefly in the afternoon, but it's going to be chilly. So if you want to go out and get a round of golf in, make sure you have a sweater because it will be just a tad bit chilly. Live Doppler radar, there is nothing going on across the area. Again, what may not be showing up is those little sprinkles that might be falling because, again, those fall underneath the radar beam. Let's switch to the Max computer and we'll take you through the RPM model here for the rest of today. You can see the cloud cover throughout the day. And then it ultimately starts to break apart, and by the late afternoon going into this evening, we'll probably break out in full sunshine, probably later this afternoon going into this evening. Partly to mostly cloudy throughout the night tonight, and then the clouds come back for early tomorrow before the clouds kind of part once again. Back to the main graphics, and we will take a look at the zone forecast for tomorrow. We'll take you zone by zone, and the temperatures are spiking into the 70s once again. There we go. We're right around where we should be. The average high is 74, and we're going to be right around it. South winds eventually shift around to the west, 5 to 10, eastward into Cattaraugus County, lower to mid 70s out here with that westerly wind 5 to 10. Nice sunshine. Here come the next 7 days of your life, brought to you by Quick Solutions. 75 on Friday with partial sunshine once again, and the weekend looking a little bit wet. I think Sunday probably the better of the 2 days, only a 30% chance of rain, but otherwise it should be partly sunny and full sunshine for early next week with temperatures back into the 70s once again.
All right, Dakota, thank you. News continues online at WNYNewsNow.com. We're back right here at 5.